Alright, so first of all, we're gonna do stuff like, you know, we're gonna add ourselves some gold. We're gonna take Towers Invincible, toggle minion
The
spawn. Let's just
Nasus.
say that we
Somebody
don't want
stop the
minions right now.
Nasus. He has 700 stacks.
Yo, Pangu, like, sub for 6 months in advance. Thanks a lot for support, man. Thank you very much. Thank you, thank you. Let's just jump into it, right? So we're gonna jump right away. I believe that majority of items, for the most part, is changed. Like, vast majority of items is changed. So what we're gonna do, basically, is we're gonna go through every legendary item as we go, right? So, like, Eclipse, hitting a champion with 3 separate attacks or the bonus physical damage grants you shield for 2 seconds. It's more or less the same. I do believe that it grants more attack damage, but obviously it's not a mythic item anymore, so it lost. Hold on. Actually, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna open up the item list on second monitor. League of Legends items. And we're gonna compare two. List of items. We're gonna compare two. Like, I guess I can do it like this. Is there a way, like, is there a freaking search option or something like this? There is. Eclipse. So Eclipse, it's 60, 15, 12 lethality, and obviously it had armor penetration later on, and the passive was doing more, seems like. You're getting movement speed as well, and something blah blah blah. That's actually interesting because it has, for this item looks pretty strong right now, not gonna lie. It's like it has 10 extra AD in comparison for lower price. Sure, it doesn't have lethality anymore, and this is a big deal, but lethality arguably is stronger than just flat attack damage, obviously, but... So, no Divine, no Stoneplate so far. Yep, what's up, Metal Maiden? Welcome back, everyone. How are you doing, guys? Can you check later if AP Nasus is playable with new AP items? We'll see. It's probably not, but we'll see. So, Maw of Mortis. I don't think that this item got changed a lot. I do believe that overall there's be less ability haste in the game. Maw of Mortis, I think, had a build. No, it didn't. It's actually pretty much exactly the same as before. It's exactly the same, no changes. Alright. Then the Chempunk Chainsword, I do believe they removed, like, what was it, like a Silvermere Dawn, something like this? The thing with QSS. We're only left with this. So, Chempunk Chainsword, 25 ability hate. I wonder if this item is gonna get changed. Manamune looks the same for me, for the most part. The Wits End is interesting because I need to see the Wits End stats. Wits End. Oh. Yo, is it just me or did Wits End got it to the ground? What's up, Johnson? Did it get destroyed? Okay, it has 10 attack speed more and 10 magic resistance more. But it lost 40, it lost BF sword and it lost absolutely massive amount of damage. Yeah, this Frey ability has to scale, by the way. I think this is just like a bug on PB or something. This will most likely scale, because if Wits End lost this much damage and attack damage, then it's useless. Sure, 20% tenacity is cool for some champions probably, but this has to be freaking trash. If this is gonna be just flat 15, there's no way it's flat 15. There's no shot. It's probably gonna go 15 to 80 again. Alright, now, first tank item, which is interesting, right? So Deadman's has the same stats as before. It has the same passive as before, but they added unsinkable. The strength of movement slowing effects is reduced by 20. Ooh. So that means it's exactly the same, but it got Swifty's passive into it. Ooh. I mean, I know I've been saying beforehand for the longest period of time that this is literally the worst item in the game. It was before. Does adding Swifty effect on this Swifty's effect on this item change it that much? I mean, I just got here. Can you upload this to YouTube so we can see the whole info? I will. Don't you worry. I definitely will. Because people already in my last video were asking me about the builds and stuff, so I'm definitely going to do the item review, and also at the end we're gonna theorycraft. We're gonna figure out what is possibly good for us. Ginzo Rageblade, but I do believe that a Rageblade. Wait, they didn't remove Rageblade? Uh-oh. I thought that they got rid of it. So its attack speed stacks 4 times up to max 32 on hit effects twice. Every third attack applies your on hit effects twice. Alright, but it's not as, not gonna lie, it's arguably not as strong as it was before, right? I mean, arguably it's much worse. But alright, but Deadman's extra movement slowing effects is reduced by 25%. Let's take a look at boots. Alright, so Lucidities got nerfed, but it's not a big nerf. Lucidities are still in the game. It's 5 ability haste less, and they're still cheaper than other options. I mean, Lucidities are still very good. It would make more sense to sell them late game when you have a chance for something else, though. But Mercuries are the same. All the other options are the same. It's just they got ability haste reduced a little bit. Oh, there's component. Glowing moat. Oh, really? That's actually pretty cool. So, I mean, sometimes you'll be getting extra 5 ability haste. I mean, poggers? Question mark. it's fine. It's fine. I mean, I wouldn't even consider that a buff, but it's okay. Still no tenacity for knockup. Sad. I mean, you know, maybe one day they will realize. Alright, but Deadman looks, obviously, assuming that the item power in general got down. At least I hope so. I don't know. We're gonna check the other ones. Assuming this, the Deadman's got a straight up buff, so I guess this is pretty decent, you know. Is what it is. So Ginzo's like looks whatever. Terminus, I saw this item yesterday when I was reading, like, you know, like more or less like the changes. Honestly, this item looks broken as shit. This item looks so freaking disgusting. In some comps, like for example, like I don't know, something like Kog'Maw, or I don't know, Zeri or something like this with Milio, and then give him freaking Ivern on top of that. If you're gonna pick melee champions into this without hard engage or something like that, like you literally cannot play the game, right? Like Kog'Maw is gonna just freaking 3-shot everyone. 30% armor and magic penetration. On top of that, you get armor and MR, and like just stats, attack damage, attack speed, magic damage on hit. This item, I'm telling you, man, it's gonna be abused so hard on some champions. Also could be very strong on Jax, something like that, like a hybrid champions. This penetration, in my opinion, needs to go down on this item, man. Like, give it 4% per stack, armor and magic penetration. I would say it's gonna be fine. Yeah, Deadman's is exactly the same. It's just got Swifty's passive. All right, experimental hexblade. So this is another tank. No, it's a bruiser item, fighter item. Attack damage, attack speed, health. Gain 30 haste for your ultimate, and you get 35% attack speed and bonus movement speed for 7 seconds. I don't see it being really good in Nasus. Straight up. I think it might be good on some champions for sure. Again, like Jax, I think both of these items are pretty good on Jax. But if he builds both of them, he's gonna be squishy as shit, I guess. But oh, it has to be insane on Tryndamere, probably. Like on Tryndamere, it has to be instead 30 ability haste on his ultimate and 35% attack speed, movement speed for 7. This is probably pretty insane for Trynda. Zedam is for Trynda, no cap. We'll see. Tryndamere doesn't like health probably that much. He just likes raw damage, right? But it is potentially good on some champions. Jax, Trynda, just to name a few. Like the really ultimate reliant champions, you know. Maybe champions with resets that they can reset their ult. Maybe something like Vigo would like it. I don't know. I'm just spitballing right there, but maybe Vigo, like, you know, he could just have permanent attack speed, movement speed bonus in team fights, right? If he gets resets, he usually does. So. Hullbreaker, another item, second item that is potentially very interesting for us. So what is this? Hullbreaker. First of all, we're gonna see Hull. So it has 5 more AD. It lost 50 health. It lost health regen completely. These are bad changes for us, like, you know, for us these are bad, definitely. And now it has basic attack grants a stack for 10 seconds, stacking up to 5 times. The 5th stack consumes them all to deal bonus physical damage. Increased to bonus physical damage against structures. And the nearby allied siege and super minions gain armor and magic resist. Hullbreaker lost resistances. Oof. What is this new phage? Tunneler? Ooh. I'll be honest though, guys. This skipper passive is like freaking hidden OP. I'm not even joking. Hold on, can I add like a... This skipper passive is like hidden OP, man. Q works. This, guys, this passive is freaking strong. I'm not even joking. This passive looks really good. It's, guys, look. This is basically like boosted sheen effect. Every 5 attack, like, look, I need to show you something. Why I feel like this is going to be pretty strong. First of all, every 5 attacks, and the Q also works. This is strong for one simple reason, because your Q works as well. So with little tempo, you will be proccing that very often, actually. You will be proccing that very often. I mean, if you pop your R, for example, I have 200 MS, so I'm going to be lagging here really hard, but... This is a lot of damage, man. Like, normal Q is 300, and with this thing... 550... This is a lot of damage, man. This thing, and also, like, keep in mind that Hullbreaker is not, like, very good for splitting only, because it doesn't provide you resistance anymore. This is just a... in my opinion, Hullbreaker is basically virtually pretty much the same when it comes to split pushing, but it's much better in team fights. I think this item got buffed. Seriously. For us. For us, I think this is better than before. This is a lot of damage. 120 base, which is already more than Sheen, and 3.5% of bonus health as bonus physical damage every 5 auto attacks. So this is like in a team fight situation, it's you get this bonus like every 2 Qs. This is pretty strong. No, look. It works against champions and structures. Just against structures, it does even more damage. That's the thing. Against structures, it freaking annihilates structures, actually. I think it might be doing more damage to structures than before, actually. But this skipper passive is very interesting. It really is. This is so much freaking damage, this thing. Trust me, guys, it's gonna be a lot. Look, I mean, let's just say that we're gonna get some health, right? I mean, currently we have, well, just get this, right? It doesn't really matter. Let's get some tank items. Let's get some health. I don't know, this, doesn't really matter. This, this, for example, whatever, right? So this currently, let's see. This is 300. I mean, it is a lot, but it's like extra. It's more than extra Sheen. This is way more than an extra Sheen proc every 5 attacks. And as you can see, when like fully stacked tempo, you will be getting that quite often. Every 2 seconds or so, you get it pretty much. It's hard for me to play here because of, you know, 200 MS on PvE, but it's quite a bit. All right, but I mean, we can't sit here and talk about one item for freaking seven days. So so let's keep on talking about the rest of them. This is interesting though. It has potential in my opinion. It actually has potential. It doesn't look. I think it looks better than before. All right, Black Cleaver. Black Cleaver, I think, got nerfed. It definitely got nerfed. Hold on, Black. So Black Cleaver had more armor penetration and way more ability haste. It lost 15 ability haste and armor penetration. It got 5 more AD. So Black Cleaver nerfed, and in my opinion, good nerfs definitely. Now we have Sterak's. Sterak's seems like is the same as before and very strong. I mean, very strong. Sterak's will definitely be an item that will be building a lot this new season, in my opinion. It feels like it. Then we have Stride Breaker. Slow nearby enemies by 30% and gain 30% bonus movement speed per champion hit that decays over 3 seconds. Wow, that's a lot. I don't think that Stride Breaker is gonna be good for us, but that is a lot. It's expensive though. It's quite expensive. Spear of Shojin, 20 ability haste, health, attack damage. Your non-ultimate spells gain 15 ability haste, so it's up to 35 ability haste total. And spell hits grant stacks up to 3. Your spells deal 3% increased damage per each stack. Ooh. That is quite a lot. So let's take a look. So 354. 360. Oh. So this is like up to... This is a lot of damage, man, actually. This is a lot of damage on your Q. This is a shitload of ability haste. And shitload of damage on this item. This item is arguably better than before. Divine Sunder out. Yeah, it's gone. Look at Nasus ranked mission in game. Is it up? I don't know how to even look at it. I mean, it doesn't even matter. not something I would... Not something I would care about, really. Can you press C? Yep. Alright, so that's Spear. It looks okay. Honestly, I'll be honest, like, probably not something we'll be building, but it looks, I think, even better than before for us. It has way less health, though. This is a problem. Sundered Sky. Alright, this is something I was really curious about. So this... The first attack against the champion crits. 6 second cooldown per target. 6 seconds cooldown. Crits for... But does it work against, like... Wait, hold on. Wait, no way. I mean, I'll not be doing this right now, but I wonder if this crit... I have 0 stacks right now. If this crit value... If this thing... multiplies your damage... Your total damage with stacks combined, because stacks normally can't crit, right? I wonder if this will allow stacks to actually crit. If that's true, this item might be pretty freaking busted. But I don't think it will do. It will work that way, unfortunately. Also, it provides very low stats again for its price. We pretty much get health and ability haste for what, 3,100? That is very expensive. It still would be cool to at least test it out, though. This will be I mean, would it be that much damage, though? It looks cool on paper. In reality, I'm not 100% sure. It's not that much. It is a little bit, but in a teamfight situation, if you can bonk like multiple people, but then again, you need to keep in mind that first attack that you use on the enemy has to be Q. Otherwise, that crit, and we don't even know if it crits the stack, your stack value. We don't even know that, so. If it does, maybe it could be decent. If it's not, then it's probably not. Cerildus got changed. Unfortunately, Cerildus is freaking dog shit now. I lost 15 ability haste, and it will have similar amount of armor penetration for people that stack lethality. For us, it's less than before. I mean, but you get 15 lethality too. But in the end, the Rylai's passive got nerfed too, because now it works only against people below 50% health. It is worse than before. Oh, but it only lost 5 ability haste. It only lost 5. I mean, actually, it's similar. The Rylai's passive got worse, but 5 ability haste, but you get like around 24% armor penetration, and you get 15 lethality on top of that. That is potentially similar, actually. I'm a little bit scared of what this item is going to be doing versus what do you call it? Not versus. This item is going to be very powerful on people stacking lethality, because it gives lethality and like around 30% armor penetration for these champions, or even more. This is gonna be so much. Like you'll be getting penetrated to freaking 0, bro. To 0 armor. Maybe not 0, but to very low armor values. Bork, please tell me for the love of God that this item got nerfed finally. No, of course not. Like, what do you think, man? Blade. So it lost the bonus magic damage. But it's other than that, it's the same. It lost bonus magic damage, but it's completely irrelevant. Doesn't matter. Other than that, it's this. Oh, it's 100 gold cheaper too. Like, can we just finally like just make it more balanced, man? Like, just drop it to like 10% melee and like 8% or 7% on ranged or something. This is too much, man. Like this item single-handedly prevents any type of health stacking from this game and from existing. You just can't do it because this item exists. I don't know. Hey Carn, have you figured out a new build the next season? Oh yeah, I already have every build figured out, man. I don't even read the items. Come on. No. We're figuring out right now. Alright, DevDens. Another item that is potentially important for us. First of all, I'm gonna... Alright, so DevDens 55, 15, 45. Lost 5 armor. It's cheaper, also. Lost 5 armor, I mean, it's not a big difference. Taking damage is taken dealt to you over there, and cleanse, ignore pain, blah, blah, blah. So it's pretty much the same. That's pretty much the same. Yeah. GA pretty much the same. Ravenous Hydra. Ooh, so you can activate it right now. So you press the active. Ooh, so it's back to season like earlier seasons. Okay, not good for us, obviously, but Titan. Ooh, hold on a second. Titanic. Hold on a second. It got 50 health extra and 25 AD. But I'm assuming that it's probably the damage health scaling part got. Oh right, you don't get the bonus attack damage anymore based on your bonus health. Alright, that doesn't make any sense to build a Nasus ever, by the way. Like in the past it would make some sense, right now it doesn't. And by the way, this is a big hit for HP stackers, like I don't know. Like Tank Scion could probably build it sometimes. I don't think he's gonna be building it now anymore. So you won't be getting AD anymore. Off of your bonus health. So yeah. Sub Nocturne. All numbers, oh of course, like numbers will be getting changed still, but alright guys. Here we go. Here we go. Probably the most important item, or one of the. Alright, so Triforce 40 AD, so it has more. Attack speed's the same. Ability, we lost ability haste, shit. Health is the same. And attacking a unit grants 20 movement speed. So you lose the base attack damage bonus. And of course the mythic bonus, but... So it gained AD, but it lost ability haste. Spellblade is the same, and the movement speed bonus is the same. It lost base AD thing, which doesn't matter to us really. But, well... Did they change Divine? Yes, they did. You're not gonna be happy with how they changed it, though. Yeah, I mean, it's what can I say? It's 200%, man. It is what it is. It's 200%, right? I mean, this could be interesting with the combination. You know what I was thinking? I was thinking Triforce and Hull, which would be a backbone for a new build. Triforce because, you know, for obvious reasons, it's Sheen item. And Hull because you will be getting that extra damage more often thanks to the attack speed. That would be actually a lot of damage, man. That would actually be a lot of damage. I'm telling you, man. Not 1,000 hit. I know this thing doesn't have resistances, but 1,000 hit without any stacks. With the skipper passive. It's gonna be more though, because you get more health, right? It scales with health. That is a lot. No hope with Iceborne. We'll see. We'll see. I didn't get to it yet. All right. So that makes up the fighter items. AD carry items. I can scroll through them really fast just to see any changes. But I mean, Phantom Dancer gets some small changes, but like it's nothing interesting to me. Wits End we covered. Nasus Tooth is, I believe, pretty much the same. It's pretty much the same, right? Ginzos, Bada Beam, Static, Bada Boom. Essence River. Hold on. Essence River is pretty much the same. I think it's more expensive. Or is it not? Yeah, 100. Ability hits, critical, and attack damage. It didn't lose any stats though. Any stats. It's virtually the same, though. Which makes it not the best. There's no reason ever to build this item over something like Triforce, right? Never. Because you don't get more damage by building this. You lose movement speed, you lose health, you lose attack speed. There is no reason why would you ever want to build this over Triforce. Like, ever. So, at least nobody will be thinking about building Essence River at this point, which is good, I guess. Immortal Sheepbulb, Bada Beam, Bada Boom, QSS, pretty much the same, I think. Mortal Reminder, 30% armor penetration. Yeah, the question is, does these two items freaking stack with each other? Can you get Lord Dominic's and the armor penetration from this at the same time? Because that sounds freaking balanced. Good luck, tanks. I promise. Promise it's gonna be so easy. They removed Gargoyle Stoneplate. Yeah, I know. Just don't freaking remind me, guys. Just let me freaking suffer in silence. Cyrilda's. I really wish they freaking nerfed Bork, man. I hope. Infinity Edge got a small nerf, actually, less critical damage, which is absolutely fine. Well, I wonder what about this, because Navori, I feel like Navori is like hidden OP item. Honestly, the champions that can use this item well are freaking broken, man. So the stats are exactly... No, they're not. It lost 5 attack damage. And... your ability to weight damage based on critical... Don't tell me that it's the same as before. It's the same as before. It lost 3% of Transcendence, though. But the damage is pretty much the same. This needs to get freaking nerfed a little bit. 2 pen items at the same time seems like an idea brought by Almighty Freak himself. Like, Riot Freak looked at Stoneplate and said to himself, "Oh, hell nah! A freak no, baby!" And decided to freaking remove the item from the game because, you know, 60% armor penetration or something like that on AD carries is what we need. On top of Borg, but obviously some tankiness, it's not what we need, right? Some tankiness would be too broken, man. Above 7% health gain, additional 40 attack damage. Alright, I'm not going to be looking at assassin items because for the most part, I think we got them covered. For the most part, right? I don't see any like big changes here, to be honest. Zoomies? After being out of combat with champions for 8 seconds, gain bonus lethality. Lethality lasts for 3 seconds. 150. This item is freaking insane. What? This item is broken, man. Like, what? These freaking... These passives look like freaking mythic passives. Honestly. Ginzo Bork into double pen. Sounds good to me, man. Especially on Kog'Maw, right? Because Kog'Maw gets... Don't forget that Kog'Maw gets a lot of magic damage too, right? So this gives him armor and magic penetration at the same time. It feels good to be a gangster, man. Yeah, this item looks pretty broken. Bonus physical damage. Oh, so this is... okay. This is... what was it? This is a mythic item this season. This item is pretty much the same. Whatever champion item... Found 10%. 10 plus 35% of your... What? Vitality? Of your ultimate ability's total cooldown? Ooh. For the most part, it's the same as before for vitality stackers. The Black Cleaver got nerfed. Okay. Mage items. I will cover these because someone asked before if potentially AP Nasus builds will be possible. I'm not gonna be touching support items because, like, what's the point? But what we are going to do is we're gonna to look at these bad boys now. And oh boy, I see, first thing I see is Frozen Heart for 2300, and I'm freaking scared, guys. I'm scared. What about Little Temple, Heartsteel, Borg, Sterix? Let me read the items first. So Zeka is for support. Not really great for us. Solari, yeah. Frozen Heart is cheap. It's cheap as hell, man. Very cheap indeed. 70 armor. I need to check Frozen Heart. I believe that it lost 20 armor. Yup. Mana is the same, and ability haste is the same. The passive is the same. Capped at 20% of the attack's damage. Capped at 20%. Before it was... Yeah, it was also... Okay, so it's the same, actually. So it's 400 gold. I would say that for the most part, it's 400 gold for 20 armor. It's very cheap. This armor is not that important. Nasus gets a lot of armor from his ultimate. For this price, honestly, I think that Frozen Heart is better than before. It really is. It's 20 armor for 400 gold, which is gold-wise, it's not even a nerf, by the way. Obviously, it's you know, that means that it's like worse later on, but that's not the purpose of this. If you can get this amount of stats, like, for 2300 gold is freaking nothing, man. This is so cheap. This is actually interesting. 20% attack speed reduction. Roku Solidu passive, 20 ability haste, mana, and 70 armor for 2300. I mean, for the first time in a long time, and this item doesn't look like shit. Especially if you build it on top of like some high HP items, right? Because that big amount of armor will scale nicely with HP. Alright, we've got this now. 2400 only. What has changed compared to the last time I saw this item? Winter Soldier. So, Fimble something, right? Okay. 15,400. Okay, so base stats are the same. Then you get 8% maximum mana. It's the same. It's exactly the same. So basically what they did is they changed the cost. The cost went down by 200 and that's it. Nothing has changed. It just got straight up buffed. It's cheap. I wonder if their plan was to like enable like a blue build like this, because these two items actually scale pretty well with each other. Honestly. Now I am not 100% sure that this is what we'll be building, but this has some potential value, man. Shield for 3 seconds, absorbing current mana damage. The shield is increased. What's the cooldown on this? 8 seconds cooldown. I mean, look, these two look way better than before, for sure. This is straight up cheaper. It's a straight up buff, and this is cheaper by 400. It's you could get tanky pretty fast with these. Abyssal Mask. I believe that this item got straight up buffed too because it's cheaper. I think this is straight up cheaper. Trailblazer. Oh, this is for... Okay, I don't care about that. Anathemas. Anathemas is the... Excuse me. It's not. Is it? It's the same. Never mind. It's the same. It's exactly the same. So at least this could be very useful, obviously, in a situations where this could be useful always, because you can't go wrong with health, and 20 ability haste for cheap price. This obviously is going to be pretty decent, just like it was until now, right? This is... Oh, shit. Oh, no, man. Look what they did. Look what they did to my boy, man. Like, look what they did to this item. Guys. Look at Iceborne, man. No, man. Dude, what did they do to it, man? Look at these stats. It's like this item provides stats? Do you see stats here? Oh, frick, no. Oh, no, man. Oh. 200 health. Nice, you get Ruby Crystal, pretty much. 2700. 50 armor. Dude, this item is... This item is so much worse than Season 9 Iceborne. Since Season 5 till Season 9. It's so shit that it just blows my mind, man. In Season 5, this item had more armor, more ability haste, it had freaking mana. The Spellblade thing, it had like 500 mana. The Spellblade thing was doing AoE damage, now it doesn't. Dude, it's so shit. Oh no, man. Why did they do it? It's so much worse than Season 5 Iceborne. And keep in mind that since then we had like freaking power creep so big that... Freaking bigger than Mount Everest. Oh no. Oh no. We can't go Sunder, near Doublet. Pretty much my reaction, man. As up Evo. Nah, this is pain. Like, Iceborne is dead. It's completely dead. I was hoping that they're not gonna massacre my boy at least, but they just freaking dumpstered it to the ground, man. Well, the good news is that, like, Nobody's gonna be building it, so like no more annoying Ilaoi with Iceborne because this item is freaking dead, guys. It's literally dead as shit. It's like back to season. Like I shit you not, it's back to season 1. It's freaking Frozen Heart Triforce angle. Like I'm not even joking, man. It looks like back to season 1 items. Ilaoi is forced to go lethality one that slows 90%. Nah, she definitely is not gonna go for it. This slow thing has a cooldown. Alright, Thornmail is the same, I believe. It actually might got nerfed a little bit. Thornmail. No, it's the same. It's the same. It's exactly the same. Even the cost is the same. Randuin's, Randuin's got buffed. What are they what? So it has 5 as armor. The passive is the same. And critical strikes deal 30% less damage to you? That is a lot, man. That is a shitload, actually. For 2700, I feel like this is gonna get nerfed, honestly. 30 is a lot. It's like if you're playing against crit champions, you finish this item, and you have anathemas on every crit champion on enemy team. Literally. That is a lot, bro. That is so much. 30% on every... This is really... Guys, this is really a lot. I remember when this item was giving 10% years ago. And I was freaking happy. Like, oh, finally we have a way to reduce crits. 30% is massive. It's 1/3. Kinda counteracts the broken armor penetration they get from Lord Dominic's, right? It's kinda gonna counteract this shit. But that is so much against 80 carries and crit users in general. They will be doing, I swear guys, they will be doing not that much damage to you. That is a lot. Sunfire, I mean, I'm never gonna care about this item, but, you know, it's pretty much the same, seems like. Alright, new items, boys, let's go. Unending Despair. Every 7 seconds while in combat with champions deal 100 magic damage to nearby enemy champions, healing for 200... What? 3% of your bonus health. Plus 20 to 40 flat. I wonder what's the AoE on this. I wonder if this counts as a champion. It should, right? Okay. So, I need to add magic resistance to it. Okay. Let's see if this is pre-mitigation or after mitigation. Okay, so mitigation works. Mitigation works just fine. Alright, I need to check one more thing though. How do I teleport myself? Teleport, shift plus S. I need to check one more thing. I need to see how much it heals. I got healed by 200. Alright, so this is after... Okay, so this is the amount of damage you... Okay. Fine. So basically, the more magic resistance they have, the less it heals and the less it does damage. But... that is honestly decent. It definitely works with Spirit. Spirit just increases the healing. This honestly looks decent. You know what you could do? This every 7 seconds, I am 99% sure you could reduce it with... You know what I'm talking about, right? You could reduce it with the domination tree rune. Just like you could reduce the cooldown on Spellblade here, Triforce. So if you reduced it like 5 seconds in team fights, you could be potentially getting some freaking next level healing. You know? You really could. Yeah, look, I mean, I press my ult and all of a sudden it's 118. And obviously, with Spirit, you get another 25%. Subdomination. It also does give you ability haste and decent stats. Decent amount of health, decent amount of harm. You know... Maybe? Question mark? Force of Nature, taking magic, it's pretty much the same as before. To me, it's not that great. Like sheer amount of magic resistance you get from this item is just, I mean, I don't know, man. It is a lot, but on Nasus I always prefer to build items that will be potentially useful against both, you know, like in both situations, against both AD and AP champions. This is sheerly like, you know, it does give you movement speed. You know, the problem is, taking magic damage from any champion is gonna stack up to 8, while 8 stacks steadfast, gain around 10 movement speed. The problem with this is that, from what I understand, these stacks have cooldowns. You can't get like instantly you take damage. Oh, you're at full stacks. They have cooldowns, so you're not gonna get the effect instantly in fight. We'll see. Maybe it's gonna be decent. Shows the cooldown, but there are no enemy champions in the game right now. So like maybe if I take turret shots, but no, it doesn't even work. Taking damage from champions, no, it's not gonna work. Dummy can't hit me, man. Alright, but it's pretty much the same as before. Hollow Radiance. 600 health, magic resistance, bonus health regen, dealing damage causes you to begin dealing magic damage per second. Wait, what? This is like Sunfire, but the magic resistance version. Killing enemy deals magic damage in the area around them. This is for like wave clearing item. I feel like not necessarily the best for Nasus though. It has a lot of health though. But would you ever want to build this over, like, you know, Spirit, for example? I don't know. Probably not. Yeah, magic resistant Sunfire for the most part. It has a lot of health. But yeah, what the hell is this? Spirit is, I believe, exactly the same as before. Good old Spirit. It is good. It could work really well with this. Maybe, question mark? Maybe. But that is a long cooldown still. Every 7 seconds while in combat with champions still. I don't know. I'm not 100% sure if this is gonna work. But Spirit's still decent, I guess. The problem is that there's no Stoneplate, no Sunder, so the usefulness of Spirit goes down because you have no extra life steal from Sunder, and you have only one shield from Sterx, which we will probably be building. So that's a problem. Kainic Rookern. Holy moly. For health, 80 magic resistance, base health regen. After not taking magic damage for 12 seconds, gain a magic shield for 20%. I think this is good. I think this is really good, actually. Game will end in 5 minutes. Shit. That's not good. Can I just like change it so that I can what do you call it? Start the game from the beginning? Reset game? Maintaining champion choice? Alright, we're gonna do that in a second. I mean, let's go for it. Okay, there we go. Uh, you can guys tell that I don't do that very often. So Toggle minion spawn, Toggle. Wait, it still says that the game will end in 5 minutes. Bro, this is so bullshit. All right, let's do it again, I guess. It didn't do anything. Training practice tool. Carnarius PBE. Let's go. It's fine. Like next hour, I'm sure we can do it in next hour. Yo, Hell's Devil. Unfortunately, I do not understand Chinese. So we have a problem, man. All right. Toggle this, toggle that, minion spawn. All right, let's go. So this is actually good, by the way. This is actually good, guys. Give me some gold. You know why this is good? Because pretty much every champion in this game, pretty much, even champions that are. Do we still have Kraken in the game, for example? We still do have it, and but it does physical damage now. Okay. Unless it used to do physical only. I thought it was doing some magic, but majority of champions in this game, like you're gonna find in side lane, like I don't know, Jax or Irelia or whatever, they have magic damage. It's Japanese, my G. It's not. I mean, or actually, never mind. Maybe. I don't want to argue right now, but like if it is, then I'm sorry. Still, I don't understand it. So it looked like Chinese. Anyway, against any champion in this game, pretty much that shield is gonna reduce their damage. Against something like Jax in his side lane, something like, of course, you're not gonna reduce like against Tryndamere, against Fiora, but in many cases, if you need this item is pretty damn good, honestly. This is 20% is a lot, and it resets too. So you can take, for example, this is amazing against artillery mages. If you're gonna be taking damage in a situation when they have like something like Ziggs or Seraph, this will pretty much mitigate their poke completely, and it's also good in like all-ins because you start the fight with extra 20% max health. It's great for team fights too. It's great always, this item, pretty much. It's really good. It has good stats too. 80 magic resistance. Health regen is like whatever, right? But will shield increase with Visage? No, I mean, I don't think you have space to build 2 magic resistance items, to be honest. So like it's either this or this. But this is decent. Actually, this is pretty good. I like it. I think it's better than Spirit. It doesn't have ability haste, but you know, at this point in the game, I don't think you need ability haste that much. It has potential. Yeah, I checked Wits End already. I mean, that doesn't do anything for us. Like, you know, Wits End is not something we'll be building. Yeah, this is good. This is good, guys. This might be mine is the art, the freaking, you know, the picture. But the item itself is pretty damn good, I have to say. Deadman's we're already covered. It's pretty much the same as before. It has just Swifty's passive on it. It's pretty, you know, it's better, but I don't know if I'll be ever building this item. But Heartsteel, now the important part. What is this? What did they do to it? This is extremely important. It lost 20 ability haste straight up. It lost it completely. which sucks. Now, the mythic passive isn't a big deal at all. I think the damage got nerfed. It grants you 12 plus 0.6% permanent health. 12.06. Okay, so it's the same as before. 125 plus 6% max health damage. Yeah, so the damage got nerfed. So the thing is, you get the same amount of health as before, but it does less damage. And obviously, the mythic passive is gone. And it doesn't have ability haste. Hold on, give me a second. So there is potential, guys. There is potential, but it's the same HP. Yeah, but it lost some damage, not a big amount. But for like HP stacking, this is still like the best. I was thinking about something like, and it wouldn't. This build wouldn't even be that expensive. I was thinking about something like, but you know, we're gonna get to builds later after I cover items. But this, now that it's not a mythic and you can build it on top of, you know, sheen items. You know, it's getting interesting. You know, this would work with really well, I think. Iceborne, but Iceborne got gutted to the ground. So that sucks. But with Triforce, this could still work too. I mean, the only sheen item that I can see right now building is Triforce. I'm sorry. As much as it sucks, this is the only item. Like, you know, with sheen passive, right? But Heartsteel, we're gonna get to the build later. Sterix Gauge is the same as before. And Varmogs got nerfed just a little bit. If you have at least... Okay, hold on. Restore health per second and gain 10% movement speed if damage hasn't been taken within 6 seconds. Ooh. Hold on a second. Varmogs actually looks better than before. No cap. So, it lost ability haste. But guess freaking what? Varmogs has permanent 5% movement speed now. And out of combat, it gives total of 15% movement speed. So this could allow you to move around the map very quickly, actually. 15% is a lot. The threshold went from 1k to... it's not a big deal. It's very easy to get. I think it looks better than before. Is it enough to for us to start building it? I'm not sure, but it looks better, most likely. Jack Show. Okay, hold on. Let him cook. 300 health, 50 armor, 50 magic resistance for each second in champion combat. Gain a stack up to 5 stacks max. At max stacks become empowered, increasing your bonus resistance by 30% until the end of the combat. You know, you know when the... You know when this would be good? You know when this would be really good? If you were getting... hold on, I need to check something. Give me freaking gold. Give me levels. Give me this. Give me some tankiness, whatever. Oh, hold on. That doesn't work now. Gotta get the enemy dummy. Maybe that's gonna work. Spawn enemy dummy. Alright, so look. There's two problems I have with this item. Number one is that it's bonus resistances. I don't see us stacking that much bonus resistance in the game anymore. We don't have Stoneblade anymore. Sure, it still works on our ultimate, but like with something like this would give us. Alright, it does provide some resistances for sure. But the problem is that, you know when this item would be good? If every stack was giving you additional 6%. So for example, after 1 second, 6%. After 2 seconds, 12%. Up to 30% after 5 seconds, right? Until the end of the combat then. That would be good. The fact that it doesn't do anything for the first 5 seconds of the combat. Like, bro, after first 5 seconds, late game, you're already freaking dead. So like, what's the big deal? This item is very expensive, 3,200. It's Stoneblade basically, but it doesn't have ability haste or shield, and the passive is worse. So, you know... I don't know. Oh no. Does dropping E at range starts the stacks? It does, because it counts like being in combat, right? Oops. Even dropping Wither works. Look, I dropped Wither and I'm here. I'm full stacks. But after dropping Spirit Fire, for example, it works for a long time afterwards. After dropping Wither, hold on. After dropping Wither, it just stops immediately. But I guess I'm not in combat anymore, so it's only good for Nasus. Let me look. I'm gonna drop Wither. Sorry, I'm lagging really hard here. It's hard to play, but yeah, I get, and boom, it's gone. Which is fine though, but if WE Ghost, when you reach, you will almost be 2-3 stacks already when diving. Ooh, 50 armor, 50 magic resistance, 300 health. Could be a good last item or something, or second to last. And then we have Titanic Hydra, I already covered that. Alright guys, I'll be honest, the AP build, I know I said we're gonna cover AP builds. Wait, Riley says back to... Did it have 400 health? Guess it did. I'll be honest guys, I don't know if AP build is if AP build is what we're looking for. I read the changes for the most part, and all I'm gonna tell you is I don't know. For example, like please tell me that okay, you can build both at the same time, because I was about to say, man, like if these both items freaking stack together, then something's wrong with this game. But as you know, items like Void Staff still insane, like 40% magic penetration. Cool story. But I was checking these items yesterday and I didn't really see anything too crazy. I don't know, something like... Yo, where's Zonia's, by the way? Oh, there it is. Very expensive, but it has 120 ability power. Why not 200, man? Just round it up. 120 only? That's not that much, man. On a defensive item? That's fine. Like, why not give Jaxo 100 AD, man, for good measure? Because, oh man. How's up, Mustafa? How are you doing, boys? Are these new items live? Oh no, it's still like over a month before we get to that point. All right, look, if we were, I'm not going to cover all these, but let's jump into builds at this point. All right, if I want, like, let's just guys try to, like, hypothetically speaking, figure out like what would be an AP build for Nasus, right? So we need Lichbane, as this is like a Sheen item. We need that, right? The movement speed, ability, haste, ability, power is probably be first item for us every game, right? And that's all there is to it. So at this point, what we're looking for is items that will give us like tankiness and so something like Riftmaker probably. That's a no-brainer. Because ability power, health, ability haste. For each second in combat, deal bonus damage. At max strength, get 10% Omnivamp. This 10% Omnivamp is actually pretty decent. This would heal us a lot with our ult. And gain 2% bonus health as ability power. So yeah, it's pretty decent overall. Like, you think that something like that plus like freaking Heartsteel would work or something like this? I don't know, man. Shadow Flame doesn't provide health. Zhonya's, I guess we could build Zhonya's with that. Banshee's Veil. Banshee's also 120 ability haste. Why did they put so much freaking ability haste in those items? Like, what the hell, man? I mean, I actually don't know. So you get 0 resistance from that. Like, look, if... But it doesn't make sense, man. Like, it's better to just go Triforce. It doesn't make sense. At all. Brothers? I think this passive doesn't work also, this Void Infusion. I should be getting bonus health at this point. Ability power, and I'm not getting any. So... yeah, let's get... yeah, I think this is bugged. Chat pursue you to troll. I mean, look, it's these are the biggest item changes in years, and I need to figure out everything, right? Oh! I know that it's perhaps too early, and perhaps, you know, it will be better to like do it like a little bit more towards the end, when these items will be balanced and everything, because like there will be changes to these items for sure. But still, like, what's wrong with Iceborne? Oh, just take a look. That's wrong with Iceborne. Look at these powerful stats, man. Look at this powerhouse of an item. Jeez. Look at this Ruby Crystal and Chain Vest worth of stats, man. For 2,700 gold. I mean, guys, look, just for the sake of it, I'm literally going to... I mean, Iceborne feels good, man. What can I say? Iceborne just feels good, but it's just not it anymore. I'm sorry. It's... bro, it's not even a 125% Sheen effect. It's just 100. Nah, they messed up with this. They honestly messed up with this item. This is just ridiculous. Alpha's gotta be needing nerfs. All his items are the same, plus he gained some new good ones. Oh yeah, there will be some balance changes necessary. For sure. Yeah, I mean, I don't know about the AP items, man. I really don't know. I've been thinking about 2 options. 2 builds so far. The first one is something like this. Look. So Triforce for sure. Honestly, Triforce probably is going to be the go-to item in every way imaginable. The reason why Sheen is more expensive is it gave ability haste to it, which honestly, you know, it's, you know, this item being 1000 gold is a problem. This is a nerf for us for sure, by the way. For sure, guys. Carnarius not playing ranked today. I will be playing ranked later after I cover items. This is a problem for sure. Oh, Phage is still in the game. So never mind. But anyway, first item build I was looking for was this. And I'm gonna explain in a second why. Now, this is just a core item build. The remaining two items could be like whatever, right? But this will be core, and the reason why I was thinking about this is because, like, apart from the fact that these items give you a shitload of AD, you actually have 300 AD with these three items, and you're still very tanky, right? Because with your ult you have, you know, not that much armor, magic resistance, but you have 4.3k health, so that's pretty decent. But the reason is Triforce gives you attack speed, Lethal Tempo gives you attack speed, and these two items combined, with this attack speed, you proc this thing very freaking often. And this skipper passive, and this would be giving you a lot of damage. And this will be both good into in split pushing and into team fights, because Hullbreaker doesn't give you resistance anymore, so this is not shit. This is not shit in team fights anymore. This is technically better than team fights. So you'll be getting, look how much damage you get from that. Every 5 attacks, you get additional, what? 300 damage every 5 attacks. It's like, in a situation where you pop your R and you just keep attacking, you get this quite often, man. You get this like every 2 seconds or so. So this Hullbreaker will actually be giving you a lot of damage. And it's still good versus turrets. You just destroy turrets so fast with this. So that's number one thing I was thinking about. Thanks for giving us hope, Senpai. I was worrying Nasus won't be viable anymore. I mean, it should be viable, but but we'll see how good it's gonna be. The second option I was thinking about was Triforce again. I was thinking Iceborne, but Iceborne, it looks just too freaking shit right now. I'm sorry, but it's just, they just need to up the stats on this item, because this is ridiculous, honestly. For 2700 gold, this is not it, man. If Iceborne is gonna be better, we can do this. But the second option I was thinking about was something like Triforce, Heartsteel, and the massive amount of health that you have at this point, supplement with Frozen Heart to get ability haste and mana and armor at the same time, right? And then at this point you would just get something like magic resistance item if necessary. You could just sit on the Negatron, for example, until then, again get this. So you have four items. You get 4k health with good MR, good armor, Heartsteel, so you'll be getting more and more health over time, and then you can finish it off with last item, something like Jackshaw or maybe Sturks, and you have a massive shield now, and this shield is gonna be getting bigger and bigger because you have Heartsteel procs throughout the game, right? So you'll be sitting at really high amount of health over time, possibly something like 6,000-7,000 with this build, and you get decent damage. It's like pretty much overall pretty decent build, right? It's decent for split pushing because you have Triforce. Triforce is better than Sunder at split pushing. You know, Sunder doesn't exist anymore, but you're tanky. You have this attack speed slowing aura. It's like you have a little bit of everything, right? But there are other things too, because sometimes you'll have to change items around, right? Randuin's is completely broken versus crits now. Like if you see enemies doing a lot of crit, then you just build Randuin's because it's just a period, right? You just need to. Randuin's is too good. 30% less damage to you from crits. Randuin's is insane. Against crits. It's freaking broken. Actually. And there's obviously Spirit as usual. Spirit is good. So like, there's multiple options possibly. Honestly, there are multiple options. First of all, this is what comes to my mind for now. First of all, we need to wait and see what the final changes are going to be. But for now, I think we've been talking about it for long enough. If something will come to my mind, guys, I'm gonna let you know. And obviously we'll wait and see what the changes will be in the future. We're gonna go and play ranked now, because I think I've been talking about it for like, what, an hour and a half now? I think that's enough.